Hi everyone, and let's get back to where we were before I did the dog sitting thing. That threw me out completely. I'm back, I'm at home, I've had a couple of nights sleep, I'm now refreshed. I did not get any sleep while I was there, and sorry to dog owners, but I took minding dogs off my list after that because I didn't get a single bit of this stuff done. Anyway, where we're up to. As you know, I had done a couple of the little tracings of some of the items, and possibly I did a couple of extras after the video. Started to draw them up, and then I did a little town. So here's my little village. I made this a lantern shop to make it seem like it's got that nighttime vibe, and I decided to put another little one behind it with toys. Now I was going to have the fountain here, that still might go there, I just haven't got the right perspective yet. I've got my page and I've cut out the little Christmas tree or the winter tree, so that's how far I've got with that. That's ready to be I probably will Bondi web it, I think, just to keep the edges a bit cleaner. Now what I've done, so I really apologise because I'm really now getting behind because I made this quite a large thing and I haven't been working on it as much. What I've done is photocopied so I can actually cut and move around if I want to. I'm quite happy really with how it is. I think, where was I photocopying? I think I was photocopying, I wanted to get a template for the road. Okay, so pretty sure I'll just double check. I'm pretty sure I just did these on 100%. No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do a reduced photocopy. I was thinking I might be doing that. So I'm just fussy cutting around. And how's everyone going? It's beautiful weather here in Melbourne. It's been very sunny today, and even though I haven't gone for a walk for a long time, I've actually had, because I've had a lower back problem, so I've just actually had 2 nights in a row. Found a really good chiropractor, and I've been on a couple of walks, so I'm very happy about that. Because of course it's starting to get to spring here, so it's quite delightful. Nice squeaky scissors. What I thought I would do, I'm just going to cut through that rather than do the whole fussy cut thing, was have the general shape of the road cut out of a different material to put on top, for everything to be put on top of it, if you know what I mean. Actually, can we do that? Right, so these little bits, like this little bit, might have to be a bit of green material or something, so it looks like a little bit of grass or something like that. I might just put that there. This will go over the top, so I have started. I did actually get some things done. Alright, so I've started on one bit where I've just been doing a black outline, because this will be in the foreground, so you want it a bit darker. And I've started with the brown to do the little one behind it, so as it just goes into the background a little bit, because it's a slightly lighter colour, a bit more like a shadow. And I think what I'm going to do is possibly write the word toys and lanterns in the red that I've been using, because I've got a little bit of that red work going all the way through. So that's where I got to with that. But I really wanted to get the road down on the background. Actually, that can still also go like that. So as I've got a bit of a shape taking place on my actual background. So if I cut that out of something that I like for the road, I like that. I think this will be here. And as I've been doing with the rest of my pages, just cutting around and then sewing it and stitching it down. So I don't think it will matter too much if there's the road background behind it, because these, I think, these little bits are actually, I don't know, from the original picture. So obviously we can make them whatever we like. Find that original. Yeah, they're solid, aren't they? So they're solid wood with just this little bit of a frame for the shop front. So they will be solid if I don't cut out a hole or anything on there. So even though it'll be line work, I'm just thinking aloud here, it'll be line work. These areas, I might put in some other material or something there, but for the moment, that's what it's going to be. So that's where I'm up to. Finding material for that, finishing that. So because I've been away and I haven't really done too much, because every time I got into anything, the dogs would jump up and run and bark, and it was just a bit too distracting for me. I think I've got to work out what I want for that background. Okay, and now I'm waffling. Okay, so let's look at where I'm also up to with the book. So these are my spare pages. I put one of my, I was just toying with the idea of just putting one of my stamped images there. Now, I like putting something there because I felt like without it, it was a bit bland, but I'm also still asking myself questions about this. Does it match my book? Is it worth is it worth keeping it there because it relates to sewing and the book is a sewn book? Or does it actually detract from the whole winter thing? So these are the little questions that I ask to try and improve what I'm doing. So something about it, I love it and I like the overall look when I look at it, but when I think about if this is an art book, if this is a particular theme and it's got a certain look about it, I don't know that the embroidery sewing motive of the stamp, as much as I love it, I don't think it matches the winter theme. So I'm thinking I might have to go through all of my stamps and just see if there's something that's a bit more appropriate for here. But as it is, I really love that size. So on here I've obviously still got to put Winter Village. So there's that. Not doing it right now because I think I'm not very organised. I actually spent, every day when I came home, I actually spent quite a few hours cleaning my craft room. So that's what I've actually been doing in my spare time. So I have made some clusters. So because Winter Village is on a separate page, I can sew this one down. So I've got a couple of things I can do. So I've got my couple of little clusters that I made. So let's do that. Get them on. But yeah, a little bit all over the place in some ways, and yet not. Life is just, that's life, isn't it? That's the way it goes. Right, so I'm going to put this cluster down. It might go through the buttonhole if I can. Or not. I made about 4 clusters in the end. And that was when I got home. Anyway, let me tell you about the little dogs. They were absolutely adorable. One was a Cocker Spaniel and one was a Cocker Spaniel crossed with a what are they called? Beagle. So every time it was feeding time, the beagle would just do little rolly roundies on its twirly round things, excited, and the other one would bark. So the Cocker Spaniel just barked all the time. That was its way of showing excitement. But you know, when you're someone with anxiety, if you have dogs jumping up and barking at every time someone walks past the paddock at the back, it's not very good for your nervous system. Anyway, I've done. The job is done. I'm saying no to dogs at Christmas time. People are starting to ask already ahead of time. I'm saying no. Someone just booked me for doing some cats. Not overnight, just feeding, so that's all right. So that's something. What else has been happening? I feel like I've just been doing nothing, and I have. I've watched a lot of television, so I've watched a lot of binge Disney Plus, Netflix, when I haven't been tidying up this room, sorting out my cat who got a bit stressed with me being away that long. Even though I was here in the daytimes with her, she missed me at night. But work's work. Gotta do what you gotta do. So what did I love that I watched? Okay, so I think Netflix or binge. I loved a show called Stumptown. There was 2 seasons of that, and unfortunately they stopped it because it was made just as COVID was starting. So they stopped that, which was really sad. I actually really loved it. There's something about actors and filming in Portland in America. It's like they're just really down to earth, and they get great like ensemble, like the cast. The ensembles are great. So that was good. I was all in for a full-on 7-season binge with that, and I was really sad it was finished. Anyway, Stumptown. Check it out. What else did I watch? Oh, well, as you know, and I've said before, a bit of a Marvel fan. So as Lily and I had worked our way through all the Marvel movies, so we got up to speed. So she's up to speed for when Harry Styles is in his movie, whenever that comes out. Now she's sick of it all, so we decided we were going to watch all of the television series and just do them all in chronological order. But she just dislikes Luke Cage so much that she gets stuck on that. So she went through season 1 of that but couldn't do any more. So, and that's my favourite one other than Daredevil. So I don't know what's happened with her. She's gone off it. She just won't, I think because she's now working, she's got all her hours and she's working her 4 days a week, and then she just, I think what's happening, I don't know, I'm making it up maybe, but I think what's happening is that she just wants to watch a stupid rom-com or something because it's her downtime. She doesn't want to try too hard or, you know, like Marvel stuff can be a bit violent. Not that she minds that, but she watched, actually she's got a new friend and they watched a movie together the other day, and they watched the Gone Girl, and he also has studied his, what is it, sociological issues. His mum is a lawyer for a union in Melbourne, so his family is very, is it left-wing? Left-wing when you're more Labor than Liberal. So they talk about feminism, social issues, and they're having a right old ball. So they watched that movie and they enjoyed the conversation. I've never watched it because I always thought it was a bit spooky. So I think she's trying to watch a couple of movies with other people that are movies I refuse to watch. Well, I thought it was a horror or a crazy abusive movie. So I don't like to watch abusive movies because I had an abusive partner in the past, and that's why I have an anxiety disorder. So I don't like watching things like that. There's no need. All right, that's done. Now, what's this? Oh, I've made a new backing ready for the one after. Yeah, so what have I got here? Got July, August, then we'll have Winter Village, and this will be September. So I was just doing this last night, so that's ready to go. I've finished my sewing down of all the bits and pieces, and now this just has to be sewn onto here, and I've put another snippet here as well. So this is coming along. Not sure if I'm quite 100% happy with how that's sitting. Maybe I want that to sit a bit better. Anyway, so what have I been watching on my own? I've been watching, what else did I watch? I've been going through the chronological Marvel TV shows that I haven't ever watched. So there's new ones, and the one I watched was there are two I haven't watched before that are on are more teenage ones. So at the moment I'm watching The Runaways, which is next in the chronological order. So I watched Miss Marvel, I watched Agent Carter, the movie as well as the TV series. I watched, just looking for my thread, what do I want to put it on with? I've already used that down the side here. So this is going to be my little pull thing here, like that. And I just thought, and I'm all over the place again, I just thought I'd put a little snippet there to just make this a little bit more interesting. So what am I going to do here? Do I want to do this? Yeah, maybe I do. So I can't now think what the one before The Runaways was called. Oh, I know, Cloak and Dagger. And I really loved that in the end. At the start I went, oh, God, I hate watching young kids in movies, you know. You just want to watch adults because you're over it. You've been there already at that age. You don't need to see all the angst of everything that goes wrong and all the issues they have. But it ended up being really quite good. And that was another one that finished after 2 seasons and isn't being renewed. It could have gone on. And that wasn't a COVID issue. That was probably an insider issue where, don't know, I always try to guess what the problem is or what the issue is, and I sometimes think they're not 100% happy with the actors, and if they want to take it into the movie world or take it, into the Marvel universe of movies, it's either going to work or it's not, and the actors are going to work or they're not. And so they don't want to pump too much into it as a franchise if it's not going further in terms of going into the Marvel movie universe. Anyway, that's my geek spiel for today. So that's what I've been doing. Doing that. Listening to dogs barking. And cleaning up my room up here. I'll show you a photo. I put everything in tubs. I mean, I did have things in tubs, but since I've stopped doing as much junk journaling and started doing more embroidery, I don't want that there, I had to rearrange. Sorry, my hands are probably in the way. Oh, it keeps coming through on the butterfly wing. Oh well, sorry butterfly. So this is me kind of getting my head back in the game of this after a bit of time out. Where's my trusty pliers? They might help. So all sorts of things happening and changing. Because it's coming into spring, I've also felt I haven't studied for a long time, and I'm someone who just loves to study, and I've been thinking quite a bit about, probably too old to do it. No, don't say that. That's bull. That's rubbish. Never too old. I've been thinking about how I do have a degree. I have a degree in music industry, and I have a diploma in music, jazz and improvisation, which was when I was a lot younger. And am actually a teacher, but I didn't enjoy it, so I didn't stick it out. And then I went and I did my diploma of visual arts, and I feel like I did my second year, but I was going through my big divorce, and I didn't really, I don't know, I just didn't apply myself, so I didn't get as good marks, which means I didn't get into second year at uni to finish my Bachelor of Visual Arts. So I've actually just been toying with the idea of reapplying and doing my Bachelor of Visual Arts, hopefully to get in at second year, not first year, but just doing it slowly, like one class a year or something like that, because why not? That's what I've been thinking. So I started the application process. The problem with that, of course, is that now that I'm doing a lot of embroidery and textile art, I'd have to go back to printmaking, which was my major, and there's no problem with that because I could incorporate embroidery into it. But this is the question that I'm asking myself. Am I just distracting myself from just plodding, doing what I'm doing and enjoying it? Or am I creating, you know, I don't know, a whole new thing or something? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I would like to finish. I would have liked to have done my master's, maybe even my PhD. I'm not sure I've got it in me now at my age. What's the point anyway? Why spend so much money if you're not going to even earn money from it? But maybe. I don't know. Look, see, I'm just having one of those moments. One of those moments where we're out of COVID, people are getting back onto things, life's happening again. Around me, my children and my siblings are all getting on with their masters and things. Not that I have to do it just because they're doing it, but I feel a little bit like, I don't know, that's just probably spring in the air. Spring is in the air. I don't know, I think I love campus activity. I don't want to do it full time. I just think it's way too much. But I feel that also it's great sitting talking to you and chatting, and it's great having a community, but it's almost like, and it's time to be back out in the world with community. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I can hold some classes here and have face-to-face community, but to be in the space where you're inspired and have other people challenging you and questioning what you're doing, and you know, thanks for this therapy session, by the way. You know, having, I don't know, it's a reaction on some level to feeling a little bit bored in the day-to-day. And I have thought maybe I'll just step up the YouTube and add back in a few days of junk journaling, but I know that who follows me on this channel, it doesn't sort of necessarily gel how I do it, so it may not be worth it. Anyway, right, that's done. I'm still yet to work out what I'm doing. I've been thinking of just running the sewing machine all the way along, 1, 2, 3, just for ease of speed of it, just so as then I can get the pins out and it's all done, and then I can re-iron it. Is that all right? Are we allowed to do that? Don't know. All right. I'm waffling on, but you know what? I'm happy. Let me look at this. Where is it? Yeah, because I can't just put that on there like that. So this is going to have the background. I don't know what. Like so. I haven't quite worked out what material I'm using for that yet. I was thinking of switching it up a little bit and having a light yellow or something, or you know, like something like that material. So I've got to go through my tubs because now they're all organised and cut that out. All right, I'm getting there. I was going to say this could either be a short one, or what I'll do is come back in the morning because this is late at night now. So maybe I'll come back in the morning. I don't think I've got. I honestly, I just have so many medical appointments and stuff that I just need a day or two to just get in and do all this stuff. So I think tomorrow I've got a day of nothing. So I'll be doing this. Good. That's a good thing. Excellent. All right, I'll be back in the morning fresh. Alright, so much for coming back the next day. I am back. Oh, that's way too hot for that material. I was just about to do a quick iron to get it flat and realised, oh, it's plasticky. What if I go through the paper? That could have been a disaster. Right. But I just need to get it flat to put this on. Let's see how I go with that. That's enough. So I'm just going to draw around it with the water-based pen. Now I had wanted to do a sort of a yellowish road, like, so it looked like cobblestones or sand or something. But even though I organised everything, my tubs with the bigger bits of material are right down the bottom. Can you believe it? So I saw this and thought, no, I'll just use that. That'll do. Bit of blue. And what I'll do is I'll bond-a-web it onto the background. So I've got two things now to bond-a-web onto the background. And as I get each piece ready, I'll stick them on. Okay, so this is where I'm up to, and I'll do some work during the week. Once again, apologies, I've had a bit of time off, and I'm going to get back into it. I had another 2-hour doctor's appointment, so I just do keep having these stupid distractions that you get. So here we go. I've got my road, and just as a reminder, I'll just get my book back. To show where I'm up to. Okay, so that's what this is like. Plus there is, got a little bit more done on this. It's a slow process. So this will be going over the top of that, and I'll finish with the brown and finish with the black and add, and I also realised, not sure, I wanted to put maybe a bit of orange with the lanterns to make it look like it's glowing. The word toys and the word lanterns, when I was saying I was going to put a bit of the red work in, I think what I might do is one strand of red with one strand of black and one strand of red with one strand of brown for those. So that's it for now, and I'll come back in the next episode with the rest of it. And I will see you soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.